If you're someone who drinks a lot of water and you find that you're peeing every half an hour, you want to watch this video because I'm going to teach you how to properly hydrate yourself.
Hi, dermatologist here. You may be saying to yourself, why is a dermatologist weighing in on this? I am a medical doctor and I love science. Our first point about if you find that you're drinking water all day and you're peeing frequently, for most people, for healthy people without medical issues, we would expect that if they drink a lot of water, they're going to be urinating more frequently.
If you drink a lot of water but you pee like every 20-30 minutes, that means you are not hydrating yourself properly. All the water you are drinking is simply passing through your body and you are actually dehydrating yourself more than you are hydrating yourself.
Okay, first up, that makes no damn sense. Again, talking about healthy people with functioning kidneys, water in, water out. If we get into a situation where we're dehydrated and our body wants to hold on to more water, we're going to be urinating less and we're going to have more concentrated urine. That's why, some people will talk about if you're a healthy person, you have pale urine, probably means you're hydrated enough, versus your fluid status is different if it's like dark urine. That's something you don't want. I can't think of any situation where a healthy person with no chronic medical problems is drinking water and then them drinking that water is dehydrating them. Nah.
I know it's so exhausting, like, OMG, Sylvia, you're telling me I'm not drinking water properly. I know, it's so annoying, but that's why I am here to show you how.
It is annoying because it's not true.
First, you're going to get your favorite stainless steel water bottle. Yes, I know Stanleys have been tested positive for lead, but that is an issue for a different day. Then get yourself some filtered water. Please do not use tap water. It has so many contaminants and heavy metals in there. Please opt for filtered water.
Safety of tap water is going to depend on, where each individual person lives. So that's a really weird blanket statement.
Key here that's actually going to keep you hydrated is using a high quality salt. You can use Celtic salt, you can use Redmond's real salt. I use Redmond's real salt and I have some in here. We don't want iodized salt, we don't want regular table salt. No, we want high quality salt because these high quality salts are what have all of your electrolytes, your vitamins and minerals, potassium, magnesium, sodium. These things are actually going to help your body absorb all the water that you're consuming and help you stay hydrated. All you're going to do is take a little pinch and add it into your water and mix it in. And by the way, you'll know if you added too much salt into your water if you can taste the salt. You should not be able to taste the salt. And keep in mind, if you're drinking a gallon of water, you want to add a good pinch per every 40 ounces, if that makes sense. But yeah, stay hydrated, y'all.
I'm actually kind of in shock. Let me give y'all a little bit of a lesson in fluid status. This is going to be very simplified because it's actually a pretty complex process, and it's something that when people are hospitalized, we think about it a lot. So the fluid compartment in our body where we're most concerned with electrolytes is in the blood. That's why, you might get a blood test called a metabolic panel, and it'll give you a readout of all the different electrolytes. One concept that I created for myself when I was in medical school was that sodium is really the queen of all electrolytes. Why? It is the most abundant electrolyte in the blood, and because of that, it is going to determine blood volume, blood pressure, etc. There are multiple processes in our body that work really hard to keep sodium at a correct level. And because of that, sodium levels actually cause fluid shifts in and out of the bloodstream. She's the queen, so the whole body wants to keep her happy. So if somebody's, say, dehydrated in the hospital and we need to give them fluids through the IV, they're getting usually something called normal saline. Normal saline is what we call isotonic to blood. Essentially, adding it in is not going to throw off that sodium balance that's there. We don't want to change the sodium level. There are very few situations where you're going to want to put more sodium in the blood. One of them is called hyponatremia. That's when the sodium level is actually low. And if a person has symptoms from that hyponatremia, they may be given something called hypertonic saline. So we're raising the sodium level. When it comes to oral intake, things are a little bit different. Our body is set up to drink water, not salt water, just regular water. We drink water. Much of it gets absorbed into the bloodstream. And all these mechanisms in our body, including in our kidneys, are filtering that blood and making sure that it stays at the right sodium level. However, if we add oral intake of sodium, which is one of the main components of salt, those electrolytes are going to go into the bloodstream too. And since the sodium is being raised, we're going to retain water in the bloodstream. If somebody notices that they're drinking salt water and peeing less, that's why. The body is trying to keep sodium happy. If we were to increase sodium but keep urinating out in the same way, sodium would get very high, and that's bad. However, in this case, increasing that blood volume is not good either. It could have bad health effects, including, raising the blood pressure, which is why a lot of the time people with high blood pressure are recommended a low salt diet. That's something that we kind of exploit to lower the blood pressure. In general, in healthy people, if they're eating like a regular normal diet, they should be getting all of the electrolytes that they need and don't need to add more. In fact, probably most people on a Western diet are intaking more than the recommended amount of sodium as it stands. So this hydration tip is not only bunk, but it could be dangerous for some people. As always, like if y'all have questions about these things, or if you think something is like a weird idea, but you just want to investigate it, talk to your own doctor. Like talk to somebody who knows what's going on with you. Don't like just hear this BS and think that it's true.